academic rigor. We may not have buildings, but we have academic rigor. And as you also heard at the beginning of the evening, it was not about what the unions want, it's what's in the best interests of our students. This is our investment. This is our future. This is why we need the school. Thank you.
Sierra Madre Council meetings. I'd like to welcome the new board members and picked a wonderful night to join the board. I wanted to take a somewhat different approach and speak in favor of the adoption of this motion, but to provide a little bit of historical perspective. I was mayor of Sierra Madre at the time that the decision was made by a previous board to reopen the middle school and reestablish K-8 in Sierra Madre. In addition, I was on the facilities task force that put the bond issue together in 2008 and later served on the Measure TT Finance Committee and full committee to pass the bond measure. What happened was when the school reopened, it had been, this is to the benefit of your newer board members who may not have this deep history. When the school was taken back from the Maranatha, the private high school, at the early part of the last decade, and it reopened as a public middle school, the first thing was apparent that there was an enormous amount of deferred maintenance. There was asbestos, there was mold, there were leaking ceilings, there were decaying structural supports, and so forth. So from the day one, there was a problem with this campus. It was identified as a high priority by the facilities task force in 2008. However, the question at the time that it went to the ballot was whether this campus could be saved. Could it be substantially renovated and repaired? Or was it going to be a tear-down situation that had to be built from scratch? It was determined to be basically an economic decision. The district went forward with a number of quick start programs to do health and safety and energy conservation measures. In the course of that, got some very low bids, so they decided to accelerate that evaluation process and determined that Sierra Madre basically was not worth saving in its current form and needed to be rebuilt. Because of the potential savings at that point, construction costs were going down, it became a very high priority. We've already heard that the old school was torn down in 2010, contemporaneous with the time that it was going to DSA. DSA took almost exactly 2 years to process this. There was no DSA director in Sacramento. There was no DSA director in Los Angeles. They moved to San Diego. They moved it back. That's really where the problem is. Now we're on the back end. We don't have a school. It's been rebid. I would say that in my history of direct involvement, this project has been re-examined for financial feasibility and cost 5 times. So I'm concerned that you think you're making some sort of quick decision here. From the standpoint of Sierra Madre, this has taken eons to get to this point. Is that one of the reasons we're in this situation is the state finances went into a nosedive, and the state reneged on, I think it was $75 or $80 million, which was part of the overall bond program. We are now coming out of that cycle. And the legislature has just approved $2.5 billion to do energy retrofits for public schools and community colleges. I'm not saying that's money that could be used here, but conversations are well advanced about another school bond issue in November of 2014. Because of the delays that are built in here, there's a significant opportunity for the district to make up that deficit out of new funds coming from the state of California. I urge you to support this, get it done, and let's get going.
Thank you.